Hello friends and welcome back to our yet another episode of Dr. Kanchan Negi Motivation Mosaic. And in today's video, we're going to talk about how to cope with sadness. But before we move on, I would request all of you to kindly subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed it so far. Friends, while it's a common emotion at times, feelings of sadness may begin to feel overwhelming. So there are countless ways of coping with sadness, but not all of them are healthy. Sometimes it can be tempting to self-medicate or use other self-destructive tactics to try and mask or numb painful emotions like sadness. The truth is that unless you are using healthy strategies, you're never going to get the root of your sadness, which means you probably won't be able to truly move past it. This is why it's so incredibly important to find the healthy and constructive ways to deal with the sadness you're actually feeling. Friends, if you've been feeling down, there are some coping skills which I'm going to tell and which will really help you process your feelings and your mood as well. So number one is let yourself feel sad. Actually, you might be tempted to bottle up and ignore your feelings, but doing so will only make you feel worse in the long run. Instead of pushing your feelings aside, acknowledge your difficult emotions and accept that you're feeling down. And people, they generally ask that, does crying relieve stress and sadness? Absolutely. So don't be afraid to have a good cry if you really need to. Point number two is practice self-care. Now, self-care is an important part of learning to acknowledge and validate your emotions. Further research shows that little things like the foods you eat directly impact your emotions. So if you're feeling down in the dumps, a nutrient-rich meal could lift your mood and give you energy. Point number three is avoid unhealthy coping mechanisms. Now friends, as I just mentioned, your junk food, your shopping sprees and alcohol might make you better in the short term, but these kinds of destructive behaviors will only temporarily numb your pain. So work to become more aware of unhealthy coping mechanisms and seek out healthy coping skills instead. Next point is reach out to your loved ones for support. Whether you visit someone in person, send a text, or make a phone call, talking to others can actually keep your sad feelings from becoming too much to manage. Next point here is spending time with your pet. Friends, playing with your pet or going for a walk together can also help cheer you up. So if you don't have a pet of your own, consider volunteering at an animal shelter. Actually, friends, studies show that animals improve symptoms of depression, and volunteering is another proven way to improve mood and counter feelings of loneliness, depression, as well as anxiety. Next point is find a healthy outlet for your feelings. Now, with this I mean it's always important to express your feelings, whether they are positive or negative. Working on an art project, journaling for mental health, or any other creative outlet you can think of that you enjoy can help you process sad emotions and make sense of how you're actually feeling. Next point is look for ways to laugh. Research proves, friends, that laughing consistently is associated with a positive psychological effect. It isn't always easy to laugh when you're sad. I do understand that. But if you can find a way, even to just smile, your mood might start to improve. You may watch a comedy movie you love, hang out with a funny friend, or listen to a stand-up comedian. Once you start laughing, you'll almost always feel a bit of relief. Next point is connect with nature. Friends, when you are unhappy, it can be challenging to find the motivation to do the things you once enjoyed. So if you don't feel up to your usual hobbies, step outside and spend some time in nature. Not only can spending time outside help you relax, but it also has health benefits and can instantly elevate your mood. Knowing when it's time to get help is also important, friends. There are plenty of ways of dealing with sadness when you're in a low mood. But if you're struggling and feel like you cannot cope on your own any longer, it might be time to seek professional help. If you've been feeling sad for several weeks or months and your mood doesn't seem to be improving, your sadness may be a symptom of depression. You might feel like your sadness will never go away. But friends, always remember that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. The negative feelings you're experiencing aren't just something you need to learn to live with. So friends, this is it for the day. And until our next video, keep smiling, take care, and keep watching Dr. Kanchan Negi Motivation Mosaic.